So, I wanted to tell you what it's been like here in Moscow these last 3 months. What's it been like? What have I struggled with? What are the hurdles? How's life here? So, work, brilliant. Everybody's been really helpful. They've sorted me out with my multi-entry visa, which I haven't used yet, sorted out my bank cards, my banking, all the online stuff, all sorted out. Really easy. And everybody is so helpful. My boss, she's brilliant, actually. She helps me, she tells me where I'm doing things wrong or how I can improve, but she also praises me and tells me when I'm doing a good job. And that's really important for me because I'm sort of one of those people that feels better if I'm being appreciated. And here it's just perfect. Now I'm also surrounded by presenters that are years and years of experience. I mean, a couple of them been at the station or doing this job for over 15 years. So all I have to do really is watch them, see how they do it, and I can get better too. And that's why I'm really excited about being here. There have, of course, been hurdles and struggles and good things, bad things about living in Moscow. And I wanted to make a video and tell you what these things were. Let's get started. The first thing, of course, was the language. It's rare to find anybody that speaks English in the shop or the supermarkets. It's even rarer to find a menu that is in English, but thankfully there's an app called Google Translate, and it has a lens feature. So I just open the camera and it translates everything immediately. Let's talk about the cost of living. Well, it's gone up everywhere, obviously, but what's it like here? Food and drinks are quite expensive. To give you a benchmark, $1 is about 65 rubles. Now, a kilo of tomatoes will cost you anything between 250 to 300 rubles, which is about $4 or $5. A kilo of carrots, 40 rubles, so that's about 90 cents. 10 eggs, 110 rubles, about $2. A 600-gram whole chicken will cost you around 360 rubles, which is about $6. So as you can see, food is expensive. Beer, on the other hand, in the supermarket is cheap. You can get a good, decent can of beer for about 40 rubles. Now, a beer in a pub, on the other hand, ranges anything between 300 rubles a pint to something like, on average, 550 rubles. At the beginning, I was converting everything from rubles to Turkish lira, and every day having a bloody heart attack. You really don't know how lucky you are with the cost of food in Turkey. Accommodation here is very expensive. Now, if you know London, you know the centre of the city is the most expensive, and the more you move away, the cheaper it gets. I'm about 10 minutes away from the city centre, and my rent is about $1,500 a month for a tiny 50-metre squared apartment. In hindsight, next year I'll move further away to a bigger, cheaper apartment. And why? Because the transport system in this country is off the charts. Before I talk about how easy it is to live here in Moscow, let me quickly tell you about the internet. It works everywhere, and it's super fast. It even works in the metro. One key thing to know is that heating in this country is free. Yes, free. Now let's talk about transportation. I haven't used the buses yet, but the metro is unbelievable. I can get anywhere in the city really quickly, and when I say really quickly, these trains come every 30 seconds. Maybe you have to wait 45 seconds. They are fast, reliable, clean, plus really warm inside. In fact, too warm. People use the metro stations just to hang out. They're beautiful. They arrange to meet there. They just sit there sometimes and read a book. It's really quite strange. Another way to get around is by taxi, and it's relatively cheap too. One strange thing is, though, you can't hail a taxi. You have to use an app. But this is perfect for me because I don't have to communicate with the driver. As soon as I sit in the car, he says something, blah, 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 in Russian. I don't mean to be disrespectful. All I have to do is say da, which is yes, and off we go. Payment is linked to my bank card. In fact, everything is linked to my bank card. Russia is a cashless society. You can even give money to a busker via a banking app, direct to a phone number. Let's move on to apps. You really only need one app, and that's the Yandex app for ordering a taxi to choosing what kind of taxi you want. You can go with a business class, using a Mercedes E-Class, or a Daimler, or just a regular taxi. The app is also good for shopping. You can literally type in English what you want to buy. Even if you just want to buy one tomato, they'll deliver it. Weekly shops have never been so easy, and it's good because it's cold outside and you don't want to be carrying heavy bags home. The app has a history, so you can reorder everything you ordered before. The app also has a market section where you can buy anything, from clothes to even electronics, like a mobile phone. Check out how much this iPhone 14 is, and you can work it out if it's cheaper or more expensive in your country. But overall, everything here is about 20 or 30%. It seems more expensive, but that could be just the cost of living all around the world. But that's not all. Let's say you want to go to a museum or an event. Maybe there's an exhibition in town. You can just search for it on this app. Not only will it tell you where it is, but it will tell you how to get there. It'll pop up the Yandex taxi app for you or show you the route by metro. It can't be easier. They've just made it so simple. And it's all connected to your bank card. Easy. In fact, the more you use the app, the more bonus points you get, which you can then redeem on any of the applications within Yandex. It goes without mentioning you can also order food in, and my favorites are Georgian and Thai. One last thing before I go, the dating scene. It is a bit strange. It's hard to explain. Yes, it's easy to match on a dating app, but a lot of girls lie about speaking English. It's definitely a patriarchal system. The man pays for everything. But it's not just paying. The man has to do everything. He has to be the active one. Ask all the questions. Constantly chase. You can spend hours asking them questions about them, but they very rarely ask anything back. The only thing they want to know is where are you from and what you do. On one day I went on with a girl. She had the audacity to say, "Where are my flowers?" I was shocked. It is a bit disheartening. But I've made loads of normal friends. Loads of interesting people here, other expats, some locals too, and overall, it's easy to get on and make new friends. So to sum up, so far so good. Everyone's been super friendly. It's really easy to get about, easy to order anything online, and everything's connected to my bank card. So fantastic. Okay, so it's cold in Moscow, but it's winter. It's the northern hemisphere. Yes, it's freezing. It's snowing. -12 today. But what can you do? Got to make the most of it. So life's good. I can't complain. I'm glad I've been given this opportunity to get better at what I like doing. And I'm going to make the most of it. Well, that's all for today. I hope you learned a little bit more about Moscow. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to write those questions in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as best I can. That's all from now. Das Vidanya, or as they say, paka paka. See ya.